All right. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again to continue our playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West. Before we get started, like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, YouTube, the stuff. We're just gonna jump right in. Where we were yesterday, we have explored Landfall.
If you walk by, you'll miss out on
we found the Tomb of Ted Pharaoh, Thebes, and found out that after 1,000 years, Ted Pharaoh still alive. Cracked the secret of immortality, but unlike the Zeniths, it did not go without its flaws, and he became a giant monster? So that's cool. We killed the CEO of the Quen, or let the CEO of the Quen die due to his own hubris. Retrieved our Omega clearance and are now ready to capture Hephaestus, but first things first. We want to put all our friends in a good spot.
Pretty sure this is what Kotallo wanted us to test his new arm. Not sure what he has in mind, though.
Kotallo's arm is
I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed
metal.
to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly.
Thank you for waiting. His new arm.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
There where we took down the Tremor Tusk in order to get the cannon to destroy the
You took
bulwark.
your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
You know, fly up there somehow.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time.
Scorcher.
Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan.
Or an Apex Scorcher, maybe.
But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Cool. Is it controlled with the focus, probably? Missing a finger.
After you.
But it's made from machine parts.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
That's a regular Scorcher. Breaker. All right.
Outlander, for you! Hit that weak spot!
Alright, wasn't able to take out its ears, but... Cool.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Did he just rip out the heart of this machine?
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels wrong. Like a disguise.
All right, Gatalo, I
I'll use the
respect
new
that.
arm when I need it, but the rest of the time,
That's who you are.
I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Respect.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here.
Is it the
something to mark our
Scorcher's heart?
victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Aided Catalo. Behemoth Force Loader, Snell Shepherd Circulator, Angel Sculpture. All right. Were there any other big important quests? I was clearly looking for a Dreadwing, not the... Ah, a Dreadwing site. I'll take out a Dreadwing before we go. Before we fight it, let's see if I can cover some berries. Realizing I'm a little low on healing herbs. On that good stuff. On that ooey.
I'll need these later, for
That'll
sure.
be fine. There we go. Dreadwing. Hag the Metal Fang.
It'd take a lot of acid to bring it down.
I mean, you can already turn invisible. You really. What's the point of blinding me if you can turn invisible, my guy? Okay, good. Vulnerable. Trying to do tear damage to the head. I really. We're fine. Try again. Good. One. Come on, before it wears off. Stop moving, you bastard.
I'm not giving up.
My guy, I need you to land. I think I got it. No, it's still there. Weak spot, kill. I don't see component removed. Got its primary nerve, which is one of the things I'm looking
All the
for.
parts I need. I should check all the machine carcasses here.
One metal thing. I need 5. Ugh. This is a code. I'm gonna have to. All right, hold on. 12, 7, 25, 11, 67, 1, 51, 11, 26, 7, 9, 25, 34, 72, 25, 17, 7. Ugh. 25, 17, 25, 92, 64. There's got to be a cipher for this. There are numbers over 26, so it can't be a simple substitution. Oh, hello, good sir.
No more machines here.
How you
Which
doing
means
tonight?
no more parts. I'll have to come back later.
Not enough. That was a shame. Yeah, but I now know I could take out a Dreadwing fairly easily. That's solid. How's everything going?
The prospect of a good
5 metal fangs. Oh, that's a nightmare.
delve has me all fired up. Noticed machine riders earlier.
All right, ready? For all those. Makes sorting through this a little bit easier.
It seemed like they were racing or
Blasted
something.
fans getting
Oh,
into
hi.
every nook and cranny.
Hey,
Perfect.
Everything
All
okay
good.
there, Porgif?
Ah, my steel flame friend, behold.
Oh, your lockbox. The one I found in the tunnel.
Just the one.
It was bequeathed to me when my dear ma passed. Never could get the damn thing open, but the lock must have broken off when the rockbreaker attacked. Haven't seen its contents at long last. I want Martha to have it. My sister. She could use it more than me.
Hold on. If it was given to you, why couldn't you get it open?
I lost the key. You know how it is with small objects, big hands. Not that you know how it is exactly. I mean, your hands are dainty, of course. No, not dainty. Well forged. That's it.
Porgeth.
All right, I stole the box. It was supposed to go to Martha, but I just wanted something of my ma's to remember her by.
So the box rightfully belongs to your sister, and now you want to return it. What was inside that made you change your mind?
Nothing. I just thought she'd want it back. She and my ma were close. Me, well, guess you could say I was always the stray spark.
All right, Porgeth. Sounds like you want me to give this box to your sister. Where is she?
That is a good question. I know she was working in Chainscrape last.
Huh. I have a friend there. I can ask her.
Ha-ha! Well forged and well connected.
Don't know if I trust you, my guy.
If I'm in the area, I will try to find your sister. At least to hear her side of the story.
Okay. Well, if you see Martha, tell her I still remember the flying keg.
Sure.
I bet Petra would know where I can find Martha. I should pay her a visit the next time I'm in Chainscrape.
Power through one mission. Because we are going to...
Be welcome out there.
What's he up to now? He made it all the way to the Tanaka Desert.
Hope his crew left their affairs in order.
I heard they got lights floating up so high you can see them across the entire desert.
Yeah.
And the whole city under the sands waiting to be delved into.
And I'm the Sun King's favorite pet boar. Better get what you need before this one fires up another smoke tail.
Actually, he is right.
Done already, huh?
If you were talking about Moreland's crew before, she's not wrong. I've seen the lights myself.
I knew it! Ah, what a sight they must be. Maybe I'll get myself a spot in the next salvage expedition. Go check them out myself.
Whatever sparks your forge.
Armor is my trade.
All right, let's go see Petra, who's now Big Boss Petra.
My arm off on the way in.
It's a Tanaka game. Any
So
track
what's
can
new,
enjoy it.
Aloy Machine Hunter?
How are the refugees doing?
They keep to themselves mostly, but they have food and shelter. Some even found work around town. Good thinking, giving them that Stormbird heart.
I'm glad it helped. I hope they can get back on their feet.
I'll keep checking up on them.
Then they'll be just fine. Hey, I'm looking for an Osram named Martha. She might be working here in Chainscrape. Do you know her?
Martha? Yeah, of course. Tough gal. Puts her back into her work. Not like the drunken louts around here. Why are you looking for her?
I met her brother out west. He asked me to return a family heirloom to her.
Huh. I didn't know Martha had a brother.
A trap
Anyway,
with a bomb in
last
it.
I heard, she was doing a job out by those old Karja signal towers, northeast of here.
Thanks.
Ostrom family squabbles ain't pretty. Best of luck wading into that muck.
The consent.
Big old pig diddle.
A writ that would have put, even though they're on card, it would have meant stone and no more writ claim to, and since old, it would have made, not to mention, so he could have bought enough. He's a sly old.
I have to go.
And you, flame hair. Don't be a stranger.
There we go. Glide and glide. No, it should be along this road. Okay.
Petra said Porgov's sister should be working around here.
There we
I
go.
have a feeling she won't be thrilled to hear from her brother. But at least she'll get her lockbox back. Marsa?
Yeah? What's it? Oh, the Nora maid. How do you know my name?
I, met your brother Porgov out west. He asked me to give you this.
My ma's lockbox. That miserable chuff stole this from me. By the forge, he broke the lock too.
Actually, that was from a rock breaker.
Oh, so he's dead then?
No. After he saw what was inside, he wanted you to have it.
Oh, then I guess guilt finally caught up with him.
It's a trap.
Let's see here. A jewel. Surprised he didn't pocket it for himself. And a letter.
Oh, never mind.
It's from my mom. Her last wish was that I make amends with Porgov. That doesn't make sense. Porgov caused her, all the family, so much grief. Always running off to chase easy shards instead of helping Dad at the forge. Why would I want him back in my life?
If Porgov read that letter, then maybe he wants to make amends too. He also asked me to tell you that he remembers the flying keg.
That lug. When we were kids, we used to grab a metal panel and slide down this big hill. But one day, Porgov got the idea to use an old keg. He climbed inside and off he went. Only, he didn't stop at the bottom of the hill. That keg kept rolling with Porgov still inside, right off a ledge. You'd think the keg sprouted wings the way it soared. Then splash! Right into the lake. Thought he drowned for sure. But he lugged himself out, onto the shore, and shouted, "Again!"
Sounds like a good memory.
Think that might be the only time I can remember us not fighting. Just lying there, by the lake, laughing till it hurt to breathe.
That's a sweet story,
When you met
actually.
my brother, did he look okay?
As well as you can expect for someone out in the middle of the desert. You could see for yourself.
Nah. I mean, I heard some folks are headed out that way, but I don't know. I'll think about it.
Cool.
Thank you for bringing me this. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you. If you decide to go, you'll find your brother at a place called Camp Nowhere.
Of course he'd end up nowhere.
That actually looks pretty. Chain scrape at night. All right. One last thing I wanted to check out, then we're going to get started with this next big story quest. Yeah, there is one.
Honor and strength. Saw you training in pit the other day.
I needed the practice. My blade's not as quick as I'd like.
Well,
Meat.
come on, go.
Your blade be bright?
Blade be bright.
Is there a reason to be out about it?
I haven't checked out the new. That's not bad. Deep purple.
I heard you got some fresh ink. What'd you do?
Nice choice.
I hate you. You know that?
Bird trouble?
Damn thing's a curse. Sometimes I think being commander's a curse. That Yara's laughing at me from beyond the grave.
What's wrong?
Her stupid bird flew in yesterday with this in its beak. It's a cord that Tanakh children use to carry their training swords. Kind of thing one of our young doesn't lose unless something bad has happened.
Lost child.
I checked around. Turns out a kid's missing. Wandered off the day before last.
It's no good.
Search parties turned up nothing. The clan's lost kids before, just not while I'm in charge.
Let me see that thing. There's a bit of quartz on here. It's probably sand. Some dirt, and clay with a red hue.
Sand, dirt, and red clay? I know a spot where all three meet. Just south of the settlement. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Wait, you're not just gonna send someone?
What if we need that relic of yours again? Besides, you and me rescuing a kid? The clan will eat that up.
Right, because making you look good is what's important.
Your enemy is mine.
Yeah.
You may enter Outlander.
I still think I made the right move pointing him over Yara. But can't forget he is the ambitious sort. Still don't know how to get onto that damn tall neck. They Picard.
Draka should be around here somewhere. I need to help him look for that missing kid. Calling.
Thanks for coming. I could use the help. So, this is it. Sand, dirt, red clay. Just like you said from looking at the kid's cord. You want to use that fancy relic of yours to look around? See if he was here? You might want to start near the bird. Keeps squawking like it knows something. Stupid flying vermin.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Sorry, bud. Meat.
Let's do this, Red. Use your relic. Find the kid.
There. Small footprints. Faint, but the tracks lead away from here. Draka! I found a trail. It might be the child.
What are we waiting for?
Oh,
Let's
it's
go.
his name. His name is Meat.
You alright?
Okay.
You seem a little down.
Guess so. Turns out that more power means more problems. I thought that with Yara finally gone, I could just make things better.
Doesn't really work that way, huh?
Everyone wants everything all the time. Food, water, protection. When they don't get what they want, the blades come out.
That remind you of anything?
Yeah, me with Yara. I get it. Okay, you made your point.
I'll fill up while I can. Wait,
Anyone, please!
did you hear that?
Maybe that damn bird does know something. I think the kid's in that ancient wreck.
I don't want to die here!
There you are. You're safe now.
No! There's machines out there!
Time for a scrap. By the 10. That thing won't go down easy.
Make it brittle. Activate Heartbreaker. Shoot the hell out of its tail.
I can keep going. Think we're about to have a party crasher. The more the merrier.
That is.
Thunderjaw's down! Take care of that Stormbird.
Oh, damn.
Got some ammo coming your way. Hey, use this.
Use what, my guy?
Get some cover. Tend to your wounds. Come at me.
Yeah, no, we gotta take him out. Before anything happens, let's grab this tail.
Hey,
There you go. Oh, there he is. Hey, guy.
come and get it.
Hello.
Grab this ammo.
Here we go.
Let's make these arrows sting. Desert Flame strikes again. Well done.
Maybe soon enough. I should check on Draka
okay.
and the kid.
We'll get you back to base as soon as I catch my breath.
I thought I was dead for sure.
Nah, the Desert Flame has your back. Another cool nickname.
I'll gather these while I can.
I mean, that helps. Definitely.
Okay, little soldier. You're all right now. What happened?
Oh.
I just wanted to go on a hunt, but I got lost, and then the machines chased me, and...
Oh, okay. You're safe now. All right, just give me a minute with my friend here, and then I'll take you back to Scalding Spear.
Thank you, Commander.
Hey, no need for rank. Just call me Draka.
There you go.
You really helped me out. I'd like to say I could have taken those machines one-on-one, but...
2-on-1.
The kid's okay. That's all that matters.
Or 1-on-2, yeah.
Yeah, his parents will be glad to have him back. His squad, too.
And the rest of the clan?
I won't lie. I needed a win. It'll help shore up my support.
Glad I could help. Just remember, you took the job. Now you have to live up to your responsibilities.
I know. I have to rise to the challenge for the clan. No other option.
Did I just hear humility?
Of course. I'm great at that. Oh, before I forget.
I'm the
Here,
best at
take
humility.
this. Couldn't have done this without you. Oh, and don't worry
Most
about the
humble.
kid. I'll get him home safe.
I know I've always seen these bugs flying around the desert. Are they? They're wasps. They're huge. They're like the size. The. Ugh. No, thank you. Bees I'm cool with. Wasps freak me the hell
Shoot
out.
without ammo.
Still has that lock symbol next to it. I still don't have a method of scaling this bastard. But you know what? We're going to continue the main story now, though.
A rush of air.
All right, to Gaia we go. You know what? I do want to check one thing out, though. We now have a second Thunderdrop. Yeah, there it is. You know, let's just do it. It's fine.
Decides to kill everyone. You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you?
Data on cat people. dog, people.
Got a minute?
Of course.
Anything new around here?
Kotalo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers.
Yep.
But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
I better leave you to your study.
There really is a lot to go through, isn't there?
All right. Is there a metal flower here? They find a piece of the adamantine wreath? There we go.
Welcome back.
Dropping off, I think, one more.
There we go. More data for the dome.
So that's got to be the drone right there. It's the last thing I don't have in this area. Oh, it could be that. It's got to be either that or that.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
Oh, that's what that is.
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
Damn, can't do that.
Each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
God damn.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good.
So they'll just see every one of the cauldrons lighting up.
Shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
I couldn't access that. I tried to go down there yesterday to see Beta. I could not access it.
Aloy.
I know.
As you wish.
How's Alva settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. So our plan to capture...
As you wish. We now know that Hephaestus will not
Which is why I got Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's core. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be
Yep.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device.
I mean, Gerard,
The
Tilda, and
energy
Eric
surge
still
should
remain.
mask our activities until the
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seeds.
And for that we need Hephaestus.
Something to do later.
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system,
Would have been a god.
I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
So Gemini has... But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had a second core was built.
Lucky for us.
No, though they did.
Gotcha. I've still yet to do the Elizabeth one.
Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our talk. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
And then you created Aloy in her image.
When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be
The
alone.
end of one.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. I'll be up.
Farewell.
All right, Bates. What's your problem now?
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go.
Where'd that go?
What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here.
Show her
The Zeniths
compassion.
aren't going
She's
to
never
find
had
us.
compassion before.
You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Oh. Bust.
Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win.
Actual communication. Good job, Aloy.
You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way.
Compassion. Good job, Aloy.
I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible.
Well, we're doing it now, so
I'll be
give it a
ready
few
when
minutes.
you are. I swear.
How the music. But that was the first like real conversation Aloy's had with Beta.
Whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
So, we're fighting immortals from the stars now? Looks like it.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Kotallo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
Maybe.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
I should go.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. You were right, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora, but the truth is he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Kotallo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator, and I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
Cool.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said.
We have Kotallo,
Just in
Zoe,
case.
and Erend going to the 3 cauldrons. Varl, me, and
Any
Beta
last
are
findings you
going
want to share
to...
before leaving?
Not really.
Sorry,
Though
Varl,
I've
Beta, and
reached
I
a
are
decision.
going to Gemini.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora, spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will.
Problems
I'm
for
glad
later.
you're coming.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there?
No more running.
Let's see. It was 1, 2, 3. Were there only 3 cauldrons? I could have sworn there was a 4th. Whatevs.
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and
So
Beta
what is
had-
Alva gonna do?
Top news travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon, and war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient path, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as
you'll hear about it. I hope I'm not interrupting.
New quests for Alva?
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything all right?
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Have you spoken with
Check around
Zoe?
once.
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in
She's
song.
a grave singer.
And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail. As expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotallo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
Where is she gonna go?
What kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
It's insane.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the Old One. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespan. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, We might be able to fix the system back in the Great
I'm
Delta.
saying Leviathan
Every
and the
year,
Great
my
Delta.
sister
That
gets
sounds like it
terrified
could be
when
some
the
good
long rains
DLC.
begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where exactly, but one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? You're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in Lenv.
Thank you.
I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
I mean, what else there can be? There's this area right here. There's these ships. And there's this island that I can't get onto. I guess there's this area over here too. It could be underwater. Be down there. Feed room, there he is.
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
Ah, I'm not surprised.
Really?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time, but not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I should go get ready.
I await your order.
All right.
Hello again, Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
All right, we're ready.
So, I guess you heard all that below? With Beta?
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships, despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel. I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation if...
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us until now.
Yeah.
She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants.
Wouldn't be a
once
bad idea.
The biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so.
Can we, like, shut it down?
Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with listening.
Oh, that one already.
Yes, though I am.
Thanks, Gaia. Okay, people. It's time to head out.
Let's do this.
I'll get everyone
Gemini. I'm curious who's heading to each area. That's cool. We're all riding out on chargers. And the Beta's riding with Varl, and the machine has its own. And he's breaking off there. Alva and Katalo and Zoe break off. Beta's actually enjoying it. There's a little clip in there, but cool. So if the only cauldron to the north, Kappa, right? Chi was to the south.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone, fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio
Were
silence
there
until I get the
four
all clear.
cauldrons? Am I just
Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Let me Google this while I'm watching this.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating
Hairbay Tau.
13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting
Cauldron
to
Mu,
compensate.
Cauldron Iota, Cauldron Kappa, and Gemini. Yeah, so.
It's cracked.
Look!
Alright.
Activated. Engage. Autonomous defenses.
Yeah, I didn't think we were getting through this without a fight.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful. Ah!
Stay back!
Oh!
That's a behemoth. Alright, let's go for.
Get back! Over here, you!
Aloy! Need a hand over here!
Hold on! Oh!
Draw it away from Beta!
Oh! Somewhere safe, Aloy. Oh!
Stay back!
Aloy! Help!
Get back! Over here, you! Really hurt them! Aloy, get a hand over here!
It's really angry!
Draw it away from Beta!
This thing is way more intense than a normal Ravager. It's not an Apex.
Stay back!
Ow. I was hitting the heal button. Didn't heal in time.
For'll stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful. That ice ought to make it. Oh.
Stay back!
Literally fighting a behemoth.
Stay back!
Hold on.
Get back! Over here, you!
Weapon landed somewhere. I could pick it up.
Aloy, get a hand over here! For the fallen! They don't stand a chance! Draw it away from Beta!
That's all of them for now.
We run around.
Ready for anything now?
Okay, you guys stay here.
I'm gonna chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Whoa.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus seat. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. Some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right? What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Alright, we give chase.
I don't know where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
There we go.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, There should be a node you can use near the central terminal. Thanks. I should deal with these machines first. Machines are making a beeline into the chamber. I better follow them.
Weird.
Secondary defenses. Each
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas? I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Okay. One of the two areas corrupted. Retreating to Materials Bay Pollux 5.
Sounds like
Pastor
it
and
led to
Pollux,
another chamber.
the two twins of Gemini.
Well, I'd better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Safe over.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the sightlane module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
There you go. Rebel. Crystal rating. I take everything except the large potions in case I come back here. Ah. Whoa. Why couldn't... What? Why didn't I jump? What? Why? I don't know. This is intense. This guy's been giving me trouble since the Frozen Waste DLC. Technically, since before the Frozen Waste DLC, since he's been making more combat machines, but some long legs in here.
Just a little more. Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it. Down it goes. One here.
Good. Oh, radar pod. There we go. Good. Pull your ass up. All right.
Oh, here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
As long as it's not clamber jaws.
It's fallen. Pain subsiding.
Is there another machine in here somewhere? Here you go.
Clear to breathe from materials well for 03.
That's all.
And there. Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Alright, so I think I'm done in this area, so let's... Okay, 2 down.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Appreciate how much stuff they're giving me. Honestly, I should have made stuff before I harvested. That would have been smart.
Seized Cauldron Chief, disrupted Cauldron Capital. You are in violation. But no.
Yeah, there are... Where are they? They listed 4 cauldrons and 1 repair bay. Alright, let's see what he made. What's coming out of that acid? Oh. Oh, it's just a slaughter spine.
These things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. Finished charging. He got plasma on me. It's gonna explode any second. Ah! Oh! Oh!
Well, this slaughter spine is a little stronger than the previous ones. I gotta upgrade it to unlock the weave slots.
It's done.
You did it! There should be one more note to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
All right. It was, yeah. Wait, no. Make our stuff first. 2, 3. You know, why not? Go. Final uplink.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Retreat to the Sun core.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you. Oh. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Hey. It's purple. That means it's Hephaesticized.
Aloy,
Infested?
the bypass is done.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Hey!
Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Now everyone... Good. Now everyone's pulse generator should distract from this. Oh, those are like purifiers siphoning.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
From multiple different sources, because there's 2 of us. 2 operators. Yeah, gotta spin those things. Cool. And I like how Aloy started off slower, but she's picking it up from Beta by watching her.
Aloy, look.
That's a Sunwing. That's a Sunwing, the one machine I couldn't override yet. Good job, Bates.
Well, hello, redundant copy.
And they found us.
You cost us quite a
immediately.
lot of time.
All right.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Yeah, things were going too well.
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport.
Yep.
Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
So was our plan just completely for naught? Or did they already know what we were going to be doing?
Beta.
Maybe Tilda knows how to save Varl? And he was fully impaled. This is not our bunker.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Oh, I recognize that
Alive.
voice.
And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay. Why did Tilda bring me here? It was always fun. Some kind of survival bunker. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm
Woman
curious to
reading
hear
music.
your impressions.
On
My
Von
friend
McGree.
is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the
Vermeer.
comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Ominous. It's one of the recorders that...
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Morning.
Jeremiah lamenting the destruction of
his home, the ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
Rembrandt's Titus.
A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
How did they survive?
Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused
A
with
big
a
Rembrandt
sense of
fan.
loss.
I guess I understand.
That's the strong. Yeah, it's the sea on the Sea of Galilee, right?
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
The militia. They look disorganized.
Where others painted such scenes in a stiff and stationary manner, Rembrandt chose to show them in action, preparing to march. He wanted them to feel alive. You can almost hear the commotion.
Who's the girl in the painting?
She's a strange one, isn't she? Bathed in light, though no one is paying attention to her. Many believe she's a symbol of the militia. A physical manifestation of their spirit, if you will.
She's not real?
What's real in a painting? She's meant to represent the militia's virtue and victory. But I like to think they underestimate her. She looks as if she's seen something. What does she know? What secrets does she keep?
Do I get more for...
About Jeremiah. If he knew his home would be destroyed, why didn't he save the people? Why save those relics?
He tried, but no one would listen to his warning, so he saved what he could.
But how did he know?
He was a prophet. He saw an army invade and destroy the city in a vision.
So it's more like he calculated which side would win a battle.
What matters is that he was right in the end. If not for him, all those wonders would have been lost forever. At least this way, some part of his world survived. You know what I like the most about this piece? Even though he's the sole survivor,
I'm getting a
his
lot
home
of
in
insight into
ruins, left
Tilda.
with only the remnants of his world. The light keeps the shadows at bay.
There's still hope.
Precisely. Take as long as you like.
And why can't Celine and Endymion be together?
Celine took a vow of chastity, promising to never take a lover. So when she fell in love with Endymion, she could only visit him at night while he slept.
But then wouldn't she be breaking that vow?
Think of it as a forbidden love. Though circumstance keeps them apart, still they find a way to come together, however briefly.
Aren't Celine and Endymion cold?
Perhaps we should move on to another piece.
Why do you keep the forgery?
I've always enjoyed studying the two side by side. Both painters capture light, color, and perspective. But what makes one a masterpiece and the other simply an imitation?
The forgery looks sharper.
Good eye. The details are crisp. The contrast bold. It tells us more, and yet we feel less.
What's in the letter?
Who can say? What does the painting tell you?
She's concerned.
Yeah.
Whatever's written in the letter troubles her. Burden. She can't put
It's
down.
Wide Maws making all that noise.
Why go through so much effort to make a fake masterpiece?
The forger initially painted under his own name, but found little success. His work was considered unremarkable. But when he took on the guise of Vermeer, suddenly it was celebrated as extraordinary.
But it was a lie. And he knew it.
Sometimes we struggle to glean what is real and imagined, even within ourselves. Works of art such as these can often cause us to look inwards at our own lives. I'm sorry about your friend. Had I been able to intervene, I would have.
Yeah.
But the risk of losing you as well was too great.
Everything went by in a blur. I couldn't get to him.
Should have had berries on him.
Long before holograms and focus recordings, people relied on art to memorialize their loved ones. Because of works like this painting, their lives are immortalized. Rembrandt had 4 children by his wife. All but Titus died shortly after she gave birth to them. She passed not long after that. Titus became the only family Rembrandt had.
Which is why he painted him this way.
Indeed.
The monk.
Then tragedy struck again. Disease claimed Titus at 26. It's almost as if Rembrandt painted the future, closing in on him. Rembrandt actually painted several portraits of Titus, but this one has always been my favorite. It's honest.
What do you mean?
In others, Titus was portrayed in brighter, livelier states, but here, Rembrandt allows himself to express his true feelings. Sorrow, fear, hope, love, laid bare on canvas for all time. I see this one resonates deeply with you. The Gust, by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Where is the ship going?
To a faraway land, most likely. My ancestors used ships like these to explore the world, sometimes at great cost.
What were they looking for?
Anything of value. They were traders willing to face unknown dangers to make their fortunes. But no matter how far they went, they always turned their sails home.
So this Van de Velde only painted ships?
It was his specialty. Following in the footsteps of his father, Willem the Elder. The two had quite a journey of their own, taking them all the way to the court of a foreign kingdom.
Did they ever come home?
No, but eventually their life's work did. Take your time. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age.
Lidded Hour.
This is
for the
Van Vianen's
Amsterdam
lidded ewer,
Goldsmiths.
molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Alo's feeling from
We
art.
should move on. If this you was a memorial, how did you end up with it?
As the Pharaoh swarm closed in, my homeland's greatest museum gave it to me, along with many other works, in the hope that I could preserve them. A masterpiece like this was too important to lose to history. I even considered bringing it with me off-world to ensure its safety.
Why didn't you?
I took a calculated risk. This vault seemed more secure than the unknowns of space. Besides, I thought someday I might return. A long life, after all, has its advantages. Now, lo and behold, here I am.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling.
Exquisite, isn't it?
Okay. All the arts. Wait a second. Am I in that one building that I found this safe? Like, might be. I gotta see. I gotta see where I walk up the stairs. If I'm in that. I found this building and this vault.
Feeling better?
Yesterday.
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
Yeah.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta.
Oh, yeah.
In the data channel you shared.
There was this beautiful little gated community right on the... yeah.
Please, this way.
In the mountains overlooking the shore. Which means we're not far from the Zenith headquarters.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people.
Right there.
They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
I held focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand.
Wow, she is pale. I mean...
To be enlightened.
Over many years on a ship.
You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down.
Okay, that's cool. I like villains or antagonists with their own motivations that can be swayed and changed.
Now, we
by
must
the actions
recover
of the
Beta and
protagonist.
Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere, remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do.
We
wish
getting
you
an
would
upgrade?
Stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me.
I haven't thought about
You see, while
Silence
his
in a
army
minute.
is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sacrifice the Tenakth.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and
I like
gave
the
up the hunt.
porcelain vein look.
When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
Yeah.
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided.
The
all because
outcast.
of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're
not so different, you and I.
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only
Detecting
a short
forgeries,
step
yeah.
to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
Blackmail.
You were a spy?
That's actually
More
kind of
like
cool.
a service one could turn to for
An information broker, a shadow broker.
I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality.
Nope, holodecks.
It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now, finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you.
I really like this take
To
on immortality,
fulfill
on eternal boredom.
Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision, a better future for humanity.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They
35
will compel
hours.
her if need be, but her life is not in danger.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried.
I like how
that our
the
meetings
shield around
would
her
do
is both
more
smooth
harm than
but
good.
still
She felt
fractaling
like
and
you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others
Diagonal.
would find out and punish her. But at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
I don't know if I believe that. A lot of these answers are just too good.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm.
I mean, it's still standing.
Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta
Going
told
around.
me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window
Much,
in
not
which
all.
to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this work.
And they already have Artemis and the human one. Blanket on the name.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army.
Cool.
Victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In
With a
exchange for an
promise
assault
to
on the base.
destroy the Zeniths.
Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth.
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So
I
when
mean,
you
it's
met
kind of like
Elizabeth,
Aloy.
she
She'd
was
rather do it
what?
alone.
Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step, an AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
The spy mentality.
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming, almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
Yeah.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
Cool, we're seeing the building being restored.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run Simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me? You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me. No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Nope.
Then I think it can be done. I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on? As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
Aww.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
Mm-hmm.
That is between me and my sister. Will be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise.
An EMP? Take out their machines?
So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Sylens to the table.
Not if. When.
I really like Tilda's character.
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
See, now I'm going to reread these. I knew there was one or two in here. Next big thing, much... Young Christ in the Temple, well-known for mere forgery. I was talking about art. Yeah, 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits. Vaporware. Metal flower that I destroyed here. Cool. All right. I know this has been a lot of cutscenes, but at least they've been good cutscenes.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Porous energy cells. Do we have to tell them about Varl, or do they already know? This is going to be a rough scene.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
Yeah.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
We're gonna fly in
The
on the
rest of
wings
you,
of the 10.
Whatever
Wings of the
preparations
10.
you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
And the desert
Just
flame.
tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
This is what I wanted to see.
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction. Especially after Cauldron Gemini.
It's a bit of a bummer.
Varl, Beta, Gaia, gone. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future to—
We won't let that happen. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wound?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted.
Yeah.
I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
What was Leviathan?
It was if we then my won't.
Heard that one, yeah.
So all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes. I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen, but still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly. Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than most. If I were this Regala, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regala still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan works. I should get going. Be ready to go on my signal.
I won't let...
I know. And I haven't forgotten. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
How do we still have this?
Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back. So Silen's plan was to trick Regala into sacrificing her tribe in a hopeless battle against the Zeniths. It's so... heartless. Hekarro, Dekka, Kotallo, countless others.
Raka,
I won't let their
Vitaka,
lives be thrown away.
Dara. Oh, a couple of their names.
When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always. All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing
No,
this
you should
myself.
not.
I'll try to do better.
You're better than Elizabeth. Because she's dead and you're not. I turned to talk to Varl.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tenakth.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I. I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do. Are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Dervahl back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
Do you think so we'll be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Kotallo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
The metal arm?
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Catalo tries to take on Regala's entire army by himself. Yeah, do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best.
There's something else to say?
Didn't think you'd...
Tilda's the one who rescued me.
Did she say why she saved you?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. She was willing.
But where the higher the...
I gotta go.
I'll try.
Okay. The east we're going? It's kind of beautiful.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and... further east, to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds.
It's like to represent his seeds. Oh. The Utaru all have their own seeds, but he's Norse, so he didn't.
Roots rot in snow. Still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life.
Yeah.
So it is with the land. And so it is with us.
Oh, damn!
I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll
And
bring
them
our
seeds,
child
Varl.
here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also... for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
And that's a bummer. That's a genuine bummer.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them.
Promise to not do it alone.
I'll try to visit again when I can.
Main quest, The Wings of the
No.
Ten.
I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my sphere. And I'll use it on a sunray and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
Yeah. I mean, I called it. I knew this was gonna...
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spar for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
Might be a way to deal with my...
Thunderwing Override. And it's the only epic colored override. I mean, I personally think flying in on a Dreadwing would be a little more impressive.
Override installed. Now to find a Sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
There are.
Wait, Varl. We're taking those space lugs down.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Hekarro?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zenith?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay. I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets. We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Erend and Kotallo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Erend moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
All right. That way.
Okay, I need to find a Sunwing. Override. Better head up the mountain.
Good, we're almost there. Getting close.
I can feel this frost down. Good. There are Sunwings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
I can.
Hello.
Oh, this is it. I'm in the air.
Cool.
Whoa.
Cool.
Head rush. Tilda,
inverted controls.
I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines referred to as Tolnex.
The one right there?
There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
This is really cool.
There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head.
Okay, cool.
Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Just got over it.
Finally got the final tall neck.
Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy
All
cells are
tall
now
necks overridden.
primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! Let's get used to that.
It just grabs me. No area is blacked out anymore. Why am I going here, you ask? Because this was at the top of a mountain that I could not access. So many areas I can access now. Check it out.
Hikaru's forces are barely holding out. I need to pick up an energy cell, and fast.
Okay. We'll do this first. I don't know if I want to get into another big story mission. I'm going to be heading out after a little bit. Going to see the new Batman movie tonight. Tonight is opening night. Late night showing for a 3-hour movie. I'm punishing myself, but yeah.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now onto the grove. Pulse from Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
All right. Dropping one of these on the thunder draw. All right, and we will find out what this does next time. We're going to start off with a bang, because that is where I'm going to end for now, guys. That was a lot to deal with and a lot of cutscenes and a lot of exposition, but I feel like we definitely learned a lot. It was wasn't my longest stream, but it was a dense exposition heavy stream, and that is a cool way to end, us flying through the sky on the back of a Sunwing. I knew it. I called it. We were going to be flying around on a Sunwing. I knew it. Knew it. But yes, that is where we're going to end for now. Come back next time. If you're watching this on Twitch, it will be tomorrow. If you're watching this on Twitch later, you can probably go watch the VOD now. If you're watching this on YouTube, new streams come out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But you're probably watching this in the future, so you do you. Thank you so much, guys. Help me out. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, do all the stuff. Love you guys, and I'll be seeing you. Till next time. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.